And now for a Next News special report.
And now a jaw-dropping update that's tearing across the nation. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, a dominant figure in the halls of Congress for years, just received her marching orders, evicted from her Capitol hideaway office. And guess what? She's not taking it lightly. It's a twist that no one saw coming, is being hailed by some as a new dawn on Capitol Hill. This is one story you don't want to miss a beat of, especially my final thoughts, so stay tuned to see how this dramatic turn of events will shape our republic's political landscape. Nancy Pelosi, the name that's been synonymous with Capitol Hill power, just faced an unexpected hurdle. The former House Speaker, representing the Democrats of California, was handed a sudden notice to vacate her Capitol hideaway office, a move she described as a sharp departure from tradition. Now, folks, when was the last time you heard of a former House Speaker being evicted from an office? It's not an everyday decision. But it has sent shockwaves across the political spectrum, not just for its audacity, but for the implications it holds. KTVU Fox out of San Francisco shed some light on this startling eviction. Take a look.
One of the first moves by the new acting Speaker of the House was to force San Francisco Representative Nancy Pelosi out of her office in the Capitol building. Now, Pelosi's office says former House Speakers are often allowed to keep their office in the Capitol instead of having to move to another building. But North Carolina Republican Patrick McHenry, who is the acting Speaker, ordered her to immediately vacate the office. Pelosi called the eviction a, quote, sharp departure from tradition.
Yeah. Okay. So, what led to this unprecedented event? Pelosi was said to have received the eviction notice and was instructed to pack up immediately. The very existence of this hideaway office is now a topic of intrigue. Why did Pelosi even have this office? Was it a secret hub for clandestine political moves or merely a space of solitude for the former speaker? We can only speculate. But wait, there's another angle to this. Kevin McCarthy, who mysteriously opted not to run for speaker again, has left a trail of questions behind him. Some corners believe his intentions were never genuine. They argue that instead of genuinely pursuing a vision, McCarthy was dancing to Pelosi and the so-called deep state's tunes. And the whistleblower, none other than Matt Gaetz. Now, as the beans are spilled, all eyes are peeled on what's to unfold next. Now take a look at this clip and see for yourself how the masses have reacted. The applause, it seems, is pretty audible.
Now, in a signal of things to come, the Speaker pro tem, Patrick McHenry, well, he just evicted both Steny Hoyer and Nancy Pelosi from their special hideaway offices in the Capitol. By the way, that was a good move. It is time for the GOP to be unrelenting against Democrats and radical socialists instead of each other for a change. Biden is the...
Politico was the first to unveil in an email sent to Pelosi's office stating the, quote, room will be rekeyed and earmarked for speaker use. But she wasn't the only one shown the door. Representative Steny Hoyer, another seasoned Democrat, was also asked to vacate his hideaway. All of this unfolded mere hours after Patrick McHenry's appointment as the House Speaker pro tem, a shift that followed Kevin McCarthy's historic ousting. One can help but wonder about the timing of it all. Pelosi in her statement pointedly referred to McHenry's decision, saying, quote, with all the critical decisions that the new Republican leadership must address, one of the first moves by the new Speaker pro tem was to order me out of my Capitol office. Well, Trish Reagan, she weighed in on this whirlwind, and her insights are, as always, spot on. Watch.
Queen Nancy is out. At least out of that swanky Capitol Hill office she had. You see, she wasn't really supposed to have it, but for some reason, Kevin McCarthy let her keep it along with Steny Hoyer keeping his. I'm telling you, it's a new era. I know it's not fun like getting here. We talked about that a lot yesterday, but there's an opportunity right now. Because I'll tell you, even if it's just an interim new Speaker of the House from North Carolina who's out there saying, hey, Nancy, hey, Steny, time to get out of that office space, it signals something. And we need change, do we not?
A new era. Now let's take a moment here and think about the changes that are taking place. It's almost like shifting investments to secure your future. You're probably wondering what this has to do with Pelosi's eviction, so bear with me. Imagine that you've been banking on traditional investments your whole life, feeling secure in the old ways, and suddenly you're told there's a better, more lucrative way to safeguard your assets, something like investing in precious metals. Just like Pelosi's eviction signals a shift, a new direction, it's a wake-up call to many Americans to rethink their strategies. And if you're looking to venture into the world of gold and silver, Noble Gold Investments is your go-to. They've received rave reviews like, "Securing my future is less stressful thanks to Noble Gold's expertise." Dive into the world of precious metals and you might even get a free 5-ounce of Silver America the Beautiful bullion coin for qualifying accounts. Why stay in the financial fog when you can shine with gold? Check out nextnewsgold.com or call the number on the screen, 877-646-5347. Now back to our main story. Pelosi, whose tenure as Speaker was notable with 2 stints from 2007 to 2011 and then 2019 to 2023, emphasized that the eviction marked a stark break from tradition. In her words, as Speaker, I gave former Speaker Dennis Hastert a larger suite of offices for as long as he wanted. Currently, Pelosi is in California mourning the passing of Senator Dianne Feinstein. And with Pelosi away, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries' staffers stepped in, clearing out her office. Yet, amidst all this, Pelosi's statement exudes an air of defiance and dismissal. She remarked, "Office space doesn't matter to me, but it seems to be vital to them." She added a hope that the new Republican leadership would now focus on issues truly important for the American people. McCarthy's removal from the House Speaker position, driven by members of his own party and Democrats, has already triggered speculations about his successor. House Majority Leader Steve Scalise is emerging as a favorite. However, 2 names are grabbing headlines in this race: Donald Trump, nominated and ready to serve if elected, and Jim Jordan, who's officially thrown his hat into the ring. As we conclude today's special report, what we've witnessed isn't just a simple office eviction. It's a resounding statement, a new dawn on Capitol Hill that many have eagerly awaited. The ousting of Nancy Pelosi from her Capitol hideaway office might seem small, but it symbolizes a fresh direction, a shift in power dynamics, and a return to principles. So kudos to the interim Speaker of the House, Patrick McHenry, for his commendable move, one that many believe was long overdue. Folks, it's time for a celebration, a moment to embrace the winds of change blowing through the corridors of our great republic. Every step, every decision, however small it may seem, brings us closer to the vision many of us hold dear. So let's raise a toast, America, for we're stepping into a promising era. Cheers to new beginnings. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.